Stop living in other people's heads. Reclaim your life with this philosophy. In our modern world, the allure of seeking approval from others often dominates our lives. We find ourselves entangled in a web of seeking validation, craving positive attention, and fearing disapproval. But what if we could break free from this cycle? What if we could reclaim our power and live authentically, regardless of others' opinions? This video explores the profound philosophy of detaching ourselves from the opinions of others, drawing insights from psychology, philosophy, and introspection. Imagine feeling fantastic one day and awful the next, simply because of what someone else said or did. That's what happens when we tie our emotional well-being to the approval of others. It's like giving them the remote control to our happiness. In our social media-driven world, seeking validation from everyone seems to be the new normal. We constantly crave likes, comments, and shares. But this relentless pursuit of external validation is a recipe for disappointment. Think about it. How can fleeting praise from people you might not even know truly make you happy? Instead of chasing external validation, Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us to look inwards for joy and fulfillment. It's about finding happiness within ourselves, based on our own values and goals. This way, we don't get swayed by the opinions of others, and true happiness becomes a compass we hold, guiding us through life's journey. Trying to control other people's thoughts is similar to trying to tame a wild Mustang. While we may undoubtedly affect others around us, trying to have everyone believe the same way we do will only lead to annoyance. The ancient Stoics had a powerful concept called the trichotomy of control. It basically boils down to this: there are things we can control, our actions, choices, thoughts; things we can't control, other people's opinions, the weather; and things somewhere in between, influencing others, a bit of the weather with a well-timed rain dance. So, when it comes to worrying about what others think, the Stoics say, let it go. Opinions fall firmly in the uncontrollable category. Instead, let's focus on what we can control, our own actions. This is where our real power lies. By choosing how we live our lives, we create our own sense of purpose and fulfillment, regardless of what others might be thinking. Say you are being yelled at in the street. Does that imply that you're a bad person? Not necessarily. Psychologists like Carl Jung explain this with the idea of projection. Basically, people sometimes lash out because they're dealing with their own anxieties. They might project those anxieties onto you, making criticisms that say more about them than you. Think of it like a funhouse mirror at a carnival. It twists and distorts your reflection. Someone projecting their insecurities might do the same. Their perception of you is warped by their own inner struggles. The good news? By understanding projection, we can free ourselves from taking criticism personally. That rude comment might not be about you at all. It could be a reflection of something going on inside the other person. So, next time someone throws shade, remember, it might be their own shadow you're seeing. Have you ever felt like a little dot beneath a massive sky? The universe is vast, and our concerns about what other people may think of us often seem so little in the grand scheme of things. Some folks believe the world revolves around them, but that's a bit narrow-minded, right? By acknowledging others exist, we gain a wider perspective. A wise Roman emperor named Marcus Aurelius chimed in on this too. He said opinions are like passing clouds, here one minute, gone the next. Don't let them rain on your parade. Instead, focus on your own path to becoming the best version of yourself. That's a journey worth taking, regardless of what anyone else thinks. After all, the universe is vast, and your potential is too. Picture a field full of sheep, all going in the same direction. That's how it can feel to follow the herd, safe, perhaps, but a little monotonous. Friedrich Nietzsche was a philosopher who disagreed with this herd mentality. He saw two types of people: the masters who blaze their own trails, and the slaves who just follow along. Nietzsche believed true greatness comes from challenging the status quo, not blending in. He encouraged us to embrace what makes us unique, even if it means standing out from the crowd. Think of it like a superhero origin story. Your specialness is waiting to be unleashed. Society loves to throw around expectations, but these can hold us back from being our true selves. Conformity might feel comfortable, but it stifles our authenticity. By following Nietzsche's advice and embracing your quirks, you can become the hero of your own story. So ditch the herd mentality and walk your own path. The world needs your unique spark. Picture this: you're stuck on a never-ending worry roller coaster, stressing about what others think. Sounds exhausting, right? Well, guess what? Life is actually pretty short, and that constant worrying is a huge waste of precious time. Studies like the National Worry Audit show we spend way too much energy fretting about other people's opinions. But all that negativity steals our joy and keeps us from living life to the fullest. Imagine all the fun stuff you could be doing instead. Seneca, a wise Roman thinker, had a great motto: seize the day. He basically meant don't get hung up on the idea you'll live forever. Life is temporary, so embrace the here and now. Stop worrying about what others think and start focusing on what makes you happy. After all, life's a short journey. Make the most of the amazing ride. Imagine yourself as an onion, layers on layers. That's kind of how psychologist Carl Jung saw us. We have our outer shell, the one we show the world, but there's a deeper, truer self hidden beneath. True self-awareness isn't just about what others think, it's about knowing yourself on a deeper level. Sure, getting feedback from others can be helpful, but it's not the whole story. Sometimes, that nagging feeling in your gut, your intuition, knows best. Think of it as an inner compass, pointing you in the direction of your true values. When we strive to be authentic, we live in line with what truly matters to us, not what others expect. It's about silencing the outside noise and listening to that inner voice. Sure, it might take some digging, but that deeper self holds the key to real fulfillment. So trust your gut, embrace your uniqueness, and let your inner compass guide you on the path to being your most authentic self. Conclusion: feeling bombarded by a never-ending stream of opinions? You're not alone. Our world is full of noise, and it's easy to get caught up in the endless cycle of seeking validation from others. But what if there was a way to break free? Enter the concept of detachment. It's not about becoming a hermit, but about learning to let go of the need for constant external approval. Instead, we focus on cultivating our own sense of worth, independent of what others might think. Consider this: picture yourself at last freeing yourself from oppressive chains. Detachment is that liberating feeling of breaking free from the need to please everyone. It's about embracing your inherent value, the worth you possess simply for being you. As we embark on this journey of self-mastery, a powerful truth dawns: true fulfillment doesn't come from chasing the approval of others. It comes from living authentically, being true to yourself, and embracing your unique brilliance. So, ditch the validation game and start celebrating the amazing person you are. The world needs your authentic spark, so shine on. Hi, I am Tony.